Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's requested to do a ZHA build, so let's get right into it for all three of you guys that actually play ZHA. So a few things to know about ZHA if you are going to be playing him is that you pretty much run the same build throughout all game modes, most game modes. You don't really have to differ your build depending on the game mode at all, rather than just picking up, the starter item for Conquest. So another thing to know about ZHA, if you don't already, you pretty much have to build crit on ZHA. He benefits the most from crit items, which I'll get into that later, obviously. So his 2 increases your base stats, like attack speed up to 55%, so you don't really have to build attack speed on ZHA. Also, 15% extra crit chance on your 2 for, the certain duration that is. That means you can pick up Deathbringer early on, and you can start doing damage early on. You just really swinging hard. Another thing, little known fact on his 3, you can crit with your 3. This ability can crit. You can see so in the tooltip. I'm not lying to you guys. Also, the ultimate, if you've been hit by this, you know that you can get crit up to 3 times. So pretty much crit everywhere. If only his 1 crit, the game would be over, honestly. Another thing to note is his basic attack. His 4-hit combo is devastating, especially the last hit here, times 2 damage and swing time, hitting an AoE on the final blow, which I'll show you guys that later on. So let's get right into the build. So if you're going to be playing Conquest, obviously you're going to be jungling, most likely in the current meta, that is. So you definitely want to pick up Boneless Mask if you're jungling, and also, Hand of the Gods, whichever tier you prefer to start off, whatever flavor, and you pretty much get that going if you're playing Conquest. If not, or not if not, but let's continue the build after you pick up Boneless Mask. Let's say if you're playing Conquest or whatever. The boost of choice will be Warrior Tabby. He is a little bit more high physical power and high crit type assassin, not really like burst you down with auto attacks like, let's say, Bakasura. So Warrior Tabby's can be a little bit better option for you. His 3 also has pretty decent scaling. Well, you don't really see it because I have no items on, but you'll see that later on. Next, you do want to pick up Yondrath because he is more of an ability assassin-ish. So you do want to pick up Yondrath for the cooldown reduction, penetration, mana to complement the cooldown reduction, and also high physical power. Picking up these 2 items, by the time you get these 2 items on, your ring toss is going to be swinging hard. It's a really devastating attack to get hit by. Next, Deathbringer, you want to definitely pick this up after Yondrath. You pretty much see this same 3 items everywhere, all game modes, all day, all the time. So once you pick up Deathbringer at this point, you're going to be swinging extremely hard, especially, you pop your 2 and you get to go on them with your 3. You go in there, do a few basic attacks, they're halfway dead, do your ultimate, crit some more, and they're definitely dead. Next, after that, typically ZHA players pick up Titan's Bane, just so you can ensure you're doing close to true damage at all times. Also a really cheap item. Next, you have a few options here. You can go into Magi's Blessing as your defensive item, because let's say, if you're having trouble getting to the back line or picking off any players, and it's due to CC, crowd control reasons, you definitely want to pick up Magi's Blessing, because as soon as as soon as a team sees a ZHA player dive in, especially with their 3, they're going to be just closing in on you with starting with crowd control effects. So this will help cleanse that and ensure you can get to the back line to pick off people. If you're not really having problems at all with trying to get to the back line, you can go to your next crit item, being Magi's Blessing. Not Magi's Blessing. Malice. I don't know why I said Magi's Blessing. I love that item too much, I guess. But Malice, rather. Malice is tended to be favored over Rage for ZHA players. You have to do really high physical power. Of course, you have the crit chance on it. And the passive gets a lot of use since you already have built-in crit on your 2. 15% crit. So once you have that rolling, you're pretty much almost guaranteed to have that extra bleed effect on the passive on the Malice. And then, of course, if you still want that Magi's Blessing, you can pick that up because you're going to be in a lot of team fights, that type of thing. You don't want to get picked off, but the last item really depends on what you want to do. Like if you're just having your game, you're not getting shut down at all. You can be fancy and go into Rage and just crit everywhere. I'm not sure, is that actually over capping? 70? No, it's not. 70% and then 50? No, you're not. So, I mean, you can pick up all those 3 crit items and still be fine. You're pretty much just critting all the time. So, let's get right into showing you guys some of the damage. That pretty much wraps up the build if you want to leave the video, if you haven't already. The rest of the video is to be like just showing off some damage. So, bottom my 2 crits. 1500 crit, of course. Like, if you hit that on a player, let me know, screenshot it, send it to me. I would love to see somebody get crit for 1500. But that just kind of shows you the power of the ZHA 2 and his hit progression. Is just, you know, just crits everywhere. 1600 crit, you know, recruiting on the way. So that's gonna wrap it up for the build video. Oh, also actives. Sorry, actives. Like I said, if you're having some trouble with, you know, CCs getting to the bag line, purification beads, things like that. Greater sprint, I'm not sure if that's really necessary for ZHA. Maybe Achilles spear, so you can pop that and then pop your 2 and then hit your 3, dive in and just swing away. Really high burst. You can do something like that. To counter ZHA, I guess I should just add this in. To counter ZHA, pick up Magic's Blessing, and you pretty much just ruin that ZHA player's day, or Purification Bead, something like that, to counter ZHA. As he uses his 3 or his ultimate, you can just kind of cleanse that away. So, yeah, let's wrap it up for the video, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.